we visit a youth village impacting the next generation of Israelis. This is ALIYAH News. Just outside Haifa, Yemen Or Youth Village is a safe haven for 450 at-risk and immigrant teenagers from around the world. Home to young people aged 13 to 18, it provides stability, opportunity, and a sense of belonging. We meet with Raheli, a mother figure and pillar of the community, to discover the profound impact that Yemen Or has on the lives of its students.
Since 1953, it's called Yemen Or. Yemen in Hebrew is in memory of Ord Charles Wingate. His widow wrote a letter to Churchill saying she wants to do something for Jewish kids, and he sent it to Ben Gurion. Ben Gurion and Laura Wingate putting the first cornerstone in Yemen Or. So the population in Yemen Or changes according to whatever happened in the Jewish world. It started as a home for Holocaust survivors, kids of Holocaust survivors. In the 70s, a lot of kids from Iran. Why? That's when the Khomeini regime fell down. In the 80s, majority of kids were from Ethiopia. That's when a lot of, the main ALIYAH from Ethiopia were. In the 90s, a lot from the former Soviet Union. That's when the Soviet countries separated. And 13 years ago, out of the 450 kids that we had here, 120 were from France. Do you remember what happened? There was a terror attack in the school in Toulouse and in a supermarket, if you remember, the super cashier. So we're not saying we're the only solution, but we are making sure that we are a solution for Jews who need us. We have here 16 flags, really 16 flags from Soviet countries, most of them, and from Ethiopia, from France. We have one from Switzerland. He's with no parents here. We have about 20 kids here with no one in Israel, that their families, some of them don't have families at all, some of them, they don't have family in Israel. The families decide to send their kids for better opportunities. Some of them don't follow because it's very difficult to be new immigrant at the age of 50 to start everything from the beginning, new language, new culture, new life. Kids get the language so fast. So in a way, your kids become, the kids become parents to their parents, which means that they're not available emotionally, mentally sometimes to focus on their studies.
And sometimes we see parents, like Raheli probably mentioned, a lot of them are immigrant, and not all of them have education. So they're finding themselves working with really hard jobs and many hours, and the kids find themselves by themselves at home, and they can get in trouble, and they can find an interesting way to keep themselves busy. And sometimes the parents said, hey, we don't have the financial support to give them what they need. Yeah. They have surfing here, they have horse riding, they have barber class, they have cooking class, they have yoga. They have so many activities that sometimes parents outside from Yemen Or not able to provide that. And for that reason, the parents say, we want to give them the opportunity to be kids.
One of the things here that we do in Yemen Or is we empower where the kids came from. We celebrate the holidays of the holidays and the cultures. So we have the Ethiopian Sigd holiday. We had the Novi God, which is the New Year's, Russians' New Year's. The idea is for them to be proud of where they came from, because one of the first things everybody does, every immigrant, every oleh, is you want to delete where you came from. You want to start fresh start. The idea is really to bring kids and adults to a point where they understand who they are. I told you my background. My first interaction was not very good. I came to this country on my father's shoulders, walking through the desert, burying a lot of people along the way. And then my first interaction was, thinking we're gonna have Israel, the land of milk and honey, and no one dies, and everybody loves everybody. And then my first interaction was with someone who, touched my hand and tried to feel if the color comes off, and it was not her fault. She was a child. I was, 8. But what the teacher did, changing the name because she didn't know how to say my name. I came to the classroom because I was chosen to go to the advanced class because I was good in Ulpan. So I came like this, feeling proud. And all of a sudden the teacher says, so this is Sigal. And this is how she introduced me because she didn't know how to say my Amharic name. And for me, the message was, nothing about me is good. Not my color, not my accent, not my name. So when I came here 18 years ago and I saw this home, I cried like crazy because it was the first time that I saw something of my culture glorified in the center of everything. It's in the middle of the village. And it's a validation to where you came from. It's a validation to something that is yours. By the way, the Sigd holiday is part of the Israeli calendar, thanks to 2 Yemen Or graduates who went all the way to the Knesset to make it part of the calendar. We work really hard on keeping in touch with our graduates, but in a very systematic way. We follow our graduates' life 11 years after they graduate. So this way we keep, tabs on everybody, and then after they graduate from the academia, and even during their military service, we'll still be there. And when they graduate and they need scholarship for a university and college, we're there. We have the kids from 9th grade to 12th grade, only 4 years. We want to focus on creating the sense of belonging and strengthening their identity. We know that Israel will be what they will make of it. They are the next generation.
Adolescence is a time of self-discovery, and for young people who've immigrated to a new country, questions of identity can become more complex. At Yemen Or, students are encouraged to celebrate the cultures and traditions of the countries that they come from while building a connection to their new home in Israel. Yemen Or is helping to nurture a new generation of young leaders who are making meaningful contributions to Israeli society, a society that is shaped by the gathering of Jewish communities from across the diaspora. For I will take you out of the nations, I will gather you from all the countries and bring you back into your own land. With students from Jewish communities across the globe finding a home in Israel, Yemen Or is a living expression of the promise to regather the Jewish people. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Ebenezer Operation Exodus YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. See you next time.